Hi. It was a routine task every Sunday afternoon after the morning service at the church for a pastor and his 11-year-old son to go around the locality and distribute gospel leaflets. On one Sunday, however, it was biting cold and there was pouring rain. The young lad wore a sweater and promptly reported to his father, "Dad, I'm ready." The pastor, however, cited the inclement weather as an excuse to skip the day's task. The boy looked perplexed, even disappointed, and retorted, "But Papa, aren't people still going to hell even if it's raining?" But the father stood firm, and the son then got his permission to go out alone. After a few hours, the boy was drenched to the bone and was left with his last liturgical leaflet. The last doorbell that he rang elicited no response, but he kept ringing and ringing and ringing. The persistent trooper was about to turn around and knocked on the door with his fist really hard for one last time. Finally, the door opened slowly and a crestfallen elderly lady appeared. "What is it, son?" she asked him in a sad, feeble voice. "Ma'am, I'm so sorry, I think I've disturbed you, but I just came to tell you that Jesus really does love you, and here's my very last gospel leaflet that is all about Jesus and his great love. Do read, please." The next Sunday, the pastor asked the congregation at Mass if anyone had a testimony to share. Gradually, a hand went up from the last row. The same elderly lady walked up to the altar and she said, "No one in this church knows me. I've never been here before. You know what? Until last Sunday, I was not a Christian. My husband passed away a few months ago, leaving me alone and depressed in this world. But last Sunday, I gave up and took a stool and a rope to end my misery. As I was about to fasten the rope, my doorbell kept ringing non-stop. I got down from the stool and opened the door to see the most radiant, angelic little boy I had ever seen in my life with a beautiful smile. He told me about Jesus and he gave me this gospel leaflet that I now hold in my hand. As the little angel disappeared into the cold and the rain, I closed my door and read slowly every word of this leaflet. It changed my plan. It changed my life. And here I am with a new zest for living. All it took was a little boy's persistence." Brothers and sisters, on this feast of the Epiphany, which is also World Missionary Childhood Day, we are invited to play our part in spreading the good news of salvation. Never underestimate the power of a good intention. We often spend time gossiping, forwarding jokes and memes and retweeting and getting into arguments with trolls and strangers on the social media, but we forget an important promise that's so relevant today. "Whoever acknowledges me before men, I will acknowledge him before my Father in heaven." Brothers and sisters, with all the negativity, with all the evil in this world, we need to be evangelical, not cynical. Thank you for watching this 89th episode of The Word This Week. Whose door will you knock on today?